Halloween 2018 has been a big hit with audiences and critics alike. However, the movie almost had a completely different ending and opening scenes. Yippee-ki-yay movie lovers, it's Jan here, and in this video I'm revealing Halloween's alternate ending and how the movie almost changed the original film's finale. Make sure you watch to the end to also find out all the other deleted scenes you never got to see. If you're new here, I do regular deep dives into your favourite flicks, so make sure you subscribe and also leave a comment about the movie for a chance to win one of these cool merch packs. Spoilers ahead for Halloween, so take care if you haven't seen the movie yet. The end of Halloween 2018 saw Laurie and the Strode women trap Michael Myers in the basement and burn the house down, leaving us with the question of whether Michael survived. Originally though, the final confrontation went down very differently, but after it seems test audiences reacted negatively, it was completely reshot. In the alternate ending, Laurie ends up facing off against Michael outside her house, rather than inside the house as happens in the final film. The deleted ending has Laurie trying to shoot her tormentor but missing, and then she finds she's run out of bullets. Michael has a kitchen knife, so Laurie pulls out her hunting knife and charges at him. She slices him in the arm, in a reverse of what he did to her in the 1978 movie, but Michael plunges his own knife into Laurie's chest. But just as he's about to kill off Laurie with the final blow, her daughter Karen emerges from the house and shoots Michael in the shoulder with a crossbow. Michael drops his knife, which Allison picks up, and the three women stagger away from the house. Meanwhile, Michael is injured from the crossbow arrow, which has penetrated all the way through his shoulder, and he stumbles off into the nearby wood. Laurie pleads with Karen and Allison to kill him, but her voice is too weak for them to hear. After the women drive off in the truck, the movie ends with Michael wandering off into a clearing with the creepy-looking mannequins that Laurie uses for target practice. The script for this discarded ending then states that Michael sits down by a tree and exhausted, his breathing deepens, it's possibly his last. Much of this ending was actually filmed, as you can see various scenes in the trailers and promo footage which never made it into the final movie. And I can certainly see why it didn't test so well with audiences, as in a number of ways it's not as satisfying as the ending we did get. Firstly, by placing the ending outside, we would have missed out on Michael pushing Laurie off the balcony in a nice reverse of how he fell off in the original movie. Secondly, Laurie's achievement of finally trapping Michael in the safe room would never have happened, making her character arc not as fulfilling. And thirdly, in the final film, burning down the house also gives her an additional sense of resolution and closure. And on top of that, the deleted ending makes it more obvious that Michael is very likely still alive, whereas in the final film, it's left open in a more interesting way. A few fans have said that even the ending we did get felt a little abrupt. However, this alternate ending sounds like it would have been much shorter again and perhaps rather anticlimactic. A major change that the Halloween 2018 filmmakers almost made to the franchise's mythos is that they very nearly altered the ending of the first movie. Most shockingly, if the new filmmakers had gone ahead with their alternate ending to the original 1978 movie, we would have seen Dr. Loomis killed on screen. Fortunately, John Carpenter advised director David Gordon Green not to do that, as in his opinion it would have really annoyed the film's fans. Green had thought that he needed to go back 40 years in his new film to remind people about the ending to the first movie, in case they'd not seen it in a long time or were new to the franchise. And he planned to use his art director as a body double for Donald Pleasance's Dr. Loomis, because apparently for the kind of shot they were planning, he would have looked exactly like the long-deceased actor. As for young Laurie, she would have been recreated using a blend of Jamie Lee Curtis and a young actress with a similar build to a 19-year-old Curtis. They also looked into digitally altering existing footage from the original movie, and I wonder if they were thinking of doing something similar to what Rogue One did with both Peter Cushing's character and with a young Princess Leia. They were even going to cast one of the movie's production assistants as a young Sheriff Hawkins, because he looked like a young Will Patton who plays the present-day Hawkins. And that would have been filmed as part of a scene showing Michael being captured by the police. In the end, John Carpenter told them they were making things way too complicated and that the audience didn't need this extra scene to get up to speed. So instead, there was just a single line of exposition from Dr. Sartain to Laurie, when he explains that Hawkins was the first responding deputy to arrive when Michael was arrested in 1978. Interestingly, there's a little remnant of this discarded reshoot idea in the final film. Look carefully at the room where Laurie and Michael face off in the finale, and you'll notice that it's a replica of the bedroom from the end of the 1978 movie. The filmmakers had that set built to use for their initial idea to reshoot the original film's climax, but when they decided against that, they used the set anyway to keep down the budget. And there's several additional deleted scenes that ended up cut for pacing purposes. The first one comes just after Michael has escaped from the prison bus. We cut to a shot of Dana, the British podcaster, taking a shower. The bathroom door opens slowly and a masked man pulls back the shower curtain. This scene was deliberately designed as an homage to Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which starred Jamie Lee Curtis's real-life mother Janet Leigh in the iconic scene. The little twist though is that the masked man isn't actually Michael Myers. It's the other podcaster Aaron playing a prank on Dana. Aaron then takes the mask off, says that wearing the mask or the legacy of it inspires a certain tendency, and then kisses Dana. Little fun fact now, Green's scrapped tribute to Psycho would have been doubly fitting, as not only did Hitchcock's style influence John Carpenter's original Halloween, but also Dr. Samuel Loomis was named after a character from Psycho. Curiously, Jamie Lee Curtis's mother and star of Psycho, Janet Leigh, has previously appeared in the Halloween franchise, playing a secretary to her real-life daughter's character in H2O. In fact, that movie included a little Easter egg to Hitchcock's movie, with a shot of the same car driven by Leigh's character in the 1960s classic. Another scene that was cut for pacing issues is where Allison was jogging and saw a dead dog hung upside down in a tree. It's not clear whether Michael killing the dog was actually filmed, however I suspect it would probably have happened off screen. This moment would likely have been a little hat tip to the two dogs that Michael killed in the 1978 film, the first of which was never shown on screen, though we did partially see the death of the second dog, Lester, which belonged to the little girl Laurie's friend Annie was babysitting. By the way, if you'd like to find out how Halloween's filmmakers created the incredibly creepy kill shots we see in the movie, tap the card to watch The Secret Truth About Halloween 2018, or click the link in the description below or on the card at the end of this video. Another deleted scene revealed in behind-the-scenes footage shows Laurie coming to speak with her daughter Karen at Haddonfield Harmony Community Centre. It looks like this was probably an additional scene to illuminate a little more about Karen's character and maybe where she works. So would you have liked to have seen any of these deleted scenes in the movie? And did you like the ending we got in the final film? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for a chance to win one of these cool Halloween merch packs. If you'd like to learn more about my theory on the movie's finale, plus what I think the crazy twist with Dr. Sartain really means, tap left for my ending explained video, or tap right for 10 freaky facts about the making of Halloween 2018. And if you enjoyed this, I really appreciate a thumbs up and a share. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Yippee-ki-yay, movie lovers!